Alright, what's up guys? So today's video is gonna be, keep looking the wrong way. What is up you guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about how I started my Etsy shop in 2020. So if you're interested in knowing how I did it, keep on watching. So if you guys are wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I have a notebook with all my notes and all the areas I want to touch base in this video. So step one of starting your Etsy shop is you're going to want to plan. That is probably one of the toughest points of starting your shop is planning your business. You want to know what you're going to sell, okay? And one of the things I do want to say is don't worry about selling the same thing as other people, because at the end of the day, there's money for everyone. And also, no one's going to be able to create that product the way you do. So you're going to be adding your own personal flair to your product, and that is what's going to be the selling point. So never be discouraged about starting your Etsy shop because you feel like too many people are selling what you want to sell. Personally, for me, I decided to start a candle company called Wednesday Candle Co. And with that being said, I wanted to start a company around something that I really enjoyed. Like, I'm sort of a candle hoarder where I'll go to Bath and Body Works or all these other companies and purchase a whole bunch of candles and just collect them and have hours and hours of nonstop burning. So I definitely wanted to create something that I know that I would use personally and something that's going to save me coin. Like, if I'm going to start making my own candles, I don't have to buy from anybody else. I can just use the ones I make. So of course, I didn't know if it was going to come out good. So part of the planning process is allowing time for trial and error. So of course, I went through several batches of candles until I actually found out that I was pretty good at making candles, and the batches turned out really well. Why I say that trial and error is because all you need to know about yourself is that you're capable of making something, and once you have that set, you can perfect your craft. So if you're not sure how to make something, YouTube is an awesome platform for you guys to learn how to make things. Use your resources, learn how to make your items, and then of course perfect your craft. And once you get it perfected, you can now sell it to others. First things first, you want to come up with a name for your business, okay? And you want your name to have meaning. So what does your business mean to you? And incorporate that into a name that's going to stand out from the competition. So as you guys know, I came up with Wednesday Candle Co. So if you guys didn't know, I do work a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. And one of the things that I wanted to market my company to was the working class, people similar to me in terms of what we do for a living. And that's why I came up with Wednesday Candle Co. because everybody knows that on Wednesday it's hump day, and on hump day everyone's super excited that the week's almost done, so it's hump day. And that is why I came up with my company name Wednesday Candle Co. And we are the candle that helps get you over the hump. Let me grab one of these to show you. So if you can see, Wednesday Candle Co. Let's see if it'll focus. It's obviously not gonna focus, but whatever. It's the candle that helps gets you over the hump. So of course, after you come up with your name and the meaning behind your company, then you're gonna want to create a logo. So if you're good at graphic designing, then go ahead and create your own logo. But if you're not as good, like myself, not good, you can go and outsource that. So I did use I'm gonna insert the name across the screen, but it's an Instagram page called Grow Your Hustle, and I believe the website is growyourhustle.life. So again, it'll be across the screen in case you guys are interested in finding someone to help you create your logo. So that is what I used to get my logo. And then other things you want to do prior to even starting up the Etsy shop is making your supplies. So I'm making your products. So you need to order supplies, okay? You need to actually make the products in bulk so that you have to sell come launch date. You want to take great photos of your products so that customers can see what they look like, okay? You want to start that Instagram page. Make sure you get that name for the Instagram page so that no one else grabs it. Make sure that you are using the Instagram page to pre-market, to get people excited about the launch of your Etsy shop. So that's what I did. I started the Instagram page, and at least it was like 3 weeks ahead. I was posting like coming soon photos and basically enticing my audience on the new products that I would have to offer in the future. And then one of the main things prior to starting your Etsy shop is you want to be strict with yourself. So pick a start date and stick to it. Like, that is one of the main issues that I find that I had, and I know other people have it when it comes to a lot of things. Starting a YouTube channel, starting an Etsy shop, starting a business. You keep saying you want to do it, but then you never actually do it. So one of the big things is hold yourself accountable. If you're going to pick a date for your shop to open up, or your business, or that YouTube channel to start, make sure that you stick to it. And I'm one to say that it's not easy to stick to it, but it's about how bad you want it. So now you want to execute your Etsy shop. So you want to go to Etsy and create a create a page for your Etsy shop. So here is a screen sharing of how you are going to be listing your items onto Etsy. You want to make sure you are adding multiple photos of your items so that customers know exactly what they are receiving. And you want to input as much information as possible in your listing details. So a title, is it handmade, or are you being provided with the items through a wholesaler, and who the wholesaler is, what kind of item it is, what is it made of, where is your ideal use of item, the dimensions of your item, the height and the width, all that information. Renewal options for your postings. Do you want Etsy to auto renew, or do you want to do it yourself? In-depth description of your product. Guys, it is not easy, but this is what you're going to have to do. Create pricing, the quantity, and then even set up shipping requirements. So where do you ship to, how much you're charging for shipping, all that. I specifically chose Etsy because Etsy is kind of like has an already set audience for handmade products. So kind of like if you're going to want to purchase handmade candles, like one of the first things I would think of is, let me go on Etsy and see all the creative things that people have made. So Etsy is good in that sense, that the audience of people are already there and they're searching for products just like yours to purchase. I did choose to do an Etsy shop because the startup cost for having an Etsy shop was a lot more affordable. So you don't really have to shed out that much money when it comes to starting an Etsy shop. You do have to pay 20 cents per item that you list. And of course, if you do list items that have multiple quantities, just know that every time you sell that item, there will be 20 cents taken off as a listing fee for each item sold. So that's something to consider. But at the end of the day, that is way less than paying for a website hosting. Don't get me wrong, make sure you secure that domain, because that's what I did. I secured my domain so that in the future I can definitely have that available for my own site. But right now, I'm starting off small. There's not that many orders, so Etsy works just fine for me. Okay, so with Etsy, I know that there's Etsy ads. I didn't personally use the Etsy ads because I just didn't. But I do know that when you pay for Etsy ads, it is paying per click. So every time somebody clicks on that promoted ad, Etsy will charge you for that. It doesn't necessarily always lead to a sale, so do understand that you're paying for the ad just for visibility. You're not paying to guarantee sales, but I'm sure there's some kind of analytics showing the more you promote, the more you increase visibility, it'll increase sales, but I personally haven't invested in Etsy ads yet, so I can't speak much on how well they work. But what I will say, back to starting the Instagram page, is when you created that audience on Instagram prior to even starting your Etsy shop, now you have a following of people. So now that your shop is open, you want to promote your own products on your Instagram page. And I'm going to show you guys a screenshot a little later in the video of how much traffic has been driven by myself through outside sources and not through Etsy. You have to be your own, what's the word? You have to really push to drive your own sales. Don't just rely on ads. And the main thing I want to tell you guys is do not get discouraged, okay? You're not going to see a lot of sales right away unless you might, if you have the budget for an abundance of advertisement, then that can work in your favor and you might see a bunch of sales right away. However, for me, my startup costs were very low, so I didn't have an abundance of advertisement. A lot of people didn't know about my Etsy shop right off the back, so my sales did trickle in very slowly, and it's still going slowly because I've only had my shop for a little over a month. So just keep in mind, do not be discouraged, and use the time while your sales are slow to improve your products, improve your packaging, offer more products so that when people come to your Etsy shop and they have to spend $35 for that free shipping, you are offering them an array of products to add up to that $35. So that is one of the things that I'm mainly focusing on, is expanding my products. Not only do I sell candles, I did introduce wax melts, and I'm going to be expanding into other body care, skincare type of products so that I can offer an array of items for my customers. Okay, so as promised, I am showing how much I made so far with my Etsy shop, which was $195. And that's from selling 19 items across 7 orders. And on the bottom left, you see how many shoppers found me through Etsy, which is 16%, and the other 78% of shoppers were brought in by me through social media and other direct traffic sources. I am very much interested to see how ads will affect this in the future.